O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
You know, when you buy a new bookshelf, the instruction manual is usually, well, pretty straightforward. You get a little cartoon guy, some confusing arrows, maybe an Allen wrench. It's meant to be literal.
Right, something universally understood.
Exactly. But what if the instruction manual for upgrading your own consciousness looked less like a booklet and more like, I don't know, a dense, ancient spellbook? Welcome to today's custom-tailored deep dive. Our mission is to decode exactly that. A modern grimoire.
And it is a fascinating one.
It really is. We're looking at a mystical poem and an accompanying image that seamlessly mashes up quantum physics, hermetic alchemy, and esoteric numerology into an operative prayer. Okay, let's unpack this because the visual is striking. Picture what you're looking at. A faceless, cloaked figure with shadow arms sitting before a glowing, all-seeing mandala, an altar of candles, and human skulls.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how that terrifying imagery actually sets up the poem's core alchemical metaphor. Those skulls aren't just there for a spooky aesthetic. In alchemy, they represent the Negredo phase. You can think of it as a dark night of the soul or a total ego death. The ultimate goal isn't literally turning physical lead to gold, you know?
Like boiling metal in a pot.
Exactly. It's about transmuting your trapped, sleeping mind, which is the Saturnian Lade, into an indestructible eternal being, or solar gold.
Wow. So this is essentially a psychological software update using ancient code.
That's a great way to phrase it, yes. And to run this update, the poem emphasizes that you have to perfectly balance sulfur, mercury, and salt.
Which I'm assuming doesn't mean raiding the kitchen pantry.
No, it's highly symbolic. These three represent your desire, your soul, and your physical body. Balancing them perfectly is what uncovers your dormant divine spark.
Okay, so if this is a mental software update, what is the actual code? Because the poem has this recurring rhythmic heartbeat cipher, which is 11998.
Right, and the multi-layered genius of that cipher is incredible. In Kabbalah, the value 1198 represents the bear iron.
The bear iron.
Yeah, it's this mindless, unawakened herd mentality of humanity. The text is saying we must consciously overcome this beast-like state to reach the vibration of 33, which is the age of the master initiate.
Wait, so this code is simultaneously a harsh diagnosis of us being sheep and the emergency frequency to save us.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, 1198 also mirrors mathematical harmonic tuning.
Oh, like in music.
Exactly. It maps the shift from absolute source unison, a 1-to-1 ratio where everything is still into physical creation. That creation is the 9-to-8 ratio, which brings tension and physical reality. Overcoming the herd means escaping that constant tension.
So how do you actually do that?
Yeah.
Because the poem dramatically pivots from mystical alchemy straight into quantum mechanics to achieve this framework.
It does. It says you have to reach the cosmic zero point or the void. At that specific point, there is no separate ego. You literally become the quantum observer.
The quantum observer, meaning your focused gaze actually changes reality.
Right. From that 0 point, your focused observation collapses the branching wave of infinite illusions, what Eastern traditions would call the veil of Maya. And you collapse all those chaotic possibilities into one unified reality. You are no longer reacting to the world, you're architecting it.
So what does this all mean? We get to the end of the text, and it delivers a pretty severe eschatological warning about this alchemical fire.
Yeah, the fire is highly volatile. The light will beautifully flow through you to architect your destiny, but only if you are purified.
No, if you're not.
If the ego remains intact, that same light will utterly consume you.
Man, that brings us right back to those skulls on the altar.
Yeah.
You either become the architect or you just get consumed.
Well, we'll leave you with a final provocative thought to mull over on your own. If ancient mystical gematria and poetic syllables map so perfectly onto modern quantum wave collapse, are magic and science simply two different dialects describing the exact same underlying architecture of the universe?